What if I told you an entire Roman legion, 5,000 of history's most brutal soldiers, simply vanished? Gone. No grave, no final stand, just silence. This is the mystery of the Ninth Legion. Don't forget to like and follow for more stories like this. Let's continue. The Roman Empire stretched from the sun-baked sands of Egypt to the rainy, wild frontier of Britannia, and holding it all together were the legions, the finest military machine the ancient world had ever known, and among them, the Ninth Hispana was legendary, hardened veterans who fought for Julius Caesar himself, a unit so tough they earned their name in the blood-soaked battles of Spain. But around 108 AD, something impossible happened. The entire legion, all 5,000 men, their eagles, their pride, their very memory, disappeared from the historical record without a trace, vanishing into the fog of history and leaving behind one of the ancient world's most perplexing cold cases. So, what happened to them? Did they march north into the misty Scottish Highlands, into the land of the savage Picts, a place the Romans called Caledonia, a place they feared was haunted by monsters? The theory goes that the Ninth was sent to crush a rebellion, to subdue these fierce warriors who painted themselves blue and fought like demons, and that somewhere deep in those unforgiving glens, they were ambushed, surrounded, and slaughtered to the last man, their bones left to bleach in the Scottish rain, their golden eagle standard lost forever, a devastating and total defeat so embarrassing that Rome simply erased them from the records to hide the shame. But there's another, even darker theory. What if they weren't wiped out in Britain at all? Ancient records show a fragment of the Ninth might have been sent to the far eastern edge of the empire, to the deserts of Judea, to put down a bloody rebellion there, and perhaps they were destroyed in that brutal conflict, their identity scattered to the winds. Or perhaps the truth is more sinister than any battle. What if the legion, tired of the endless fighting and the corrupt politicians in Rome, simply decided to stop being Roman? What if they broke their oaths, dissolved their ranks, and melted into the local populations of the frontier, starting new lives, their secret dying with them, a quiet mutiny against the empire that created them? The evidence is a ghost itself, a cryptic line in a Roman historian's ledger, a single line that says the Ninth was consumed in battle, but he doesn't say where or when, a military diploma, a soldier's discharge papers, that might place a soldier from the Ninth in the Netherlands after the legion was supposed to be gone, a ghost from a dead unit, and the haunting absence on a later list of legions compiled by the Emperor Marcus Aurelius, a list where the Ninth should be, but isn't, its name a silent scar on the page. For centuries, we believed the Scottish massacre was the answer, a romantic and tragic end, but modern archaeology is now tearing that story apart, as excavations at the Legion's last known fortress in York find no evidence of a violent end, no layer of ash and burned debris, just normal abandonment. The ground itself refuses to give up the Legion's bones, and without a mass grave, the mystery only deepens, whispering that the truth is still out there, waiting. So, did the Picts annihilate them in a forgotten battle? Were they disbanded in disgrace for a failure we no longer remember? Or did they simply walk away from history, choosing a life of obscurity over the glory of Rome? The fate of the 5,000 of the Ninth Hispana remains one of history's greatest enigmas, a ghost story written not in words, but in silence, a puzzle where the most important piece, 5,000 men, is missing forever. What do you think happened?